Alright, this video is going to be about why the boss is the boss. Enjoy. Alright, this is why the boss is the boss. Kind of my love letter to the Boss 302 and the S197, just the platform in general. I owned a lot of cars, over 30 something, and I've had the S550s. I actually sold my Boss 302 to buy a Z06. And had the Z06 for about a year. And one thing that I found is Ford is very good at one specific thing. They might not win all the shootouts, they might not make the best cars here and there, but they found a way to engineer personality. And these personality traits that some of these cars have really help with their value. It helps with Ford's marketing. Look at the GT350R's value compared to a ZL11LE. If you check prices across the board, the Fox body, the chassis is a rattle can. It flexes like crazy, yet everyone loves them because it's that personality that these cars have. And that's where the Boss 302, I feel like Ford has nailed it probably almost better than any car they've ever made, is it's got a significant personality. Now, Ford's got some it misses, the sound tubes that they've tried. They really do. They put a bunch of effort into engineering personality into some of these vehicles. And the Boss has got a personality of kind of a pissed off teenager. It's raw, but it's nice enough you can still live with it. And you feel that when you first start the car, it has a unique personality. And that's why, I don't think I'll ever be able to get rid of it. I'll buy a lot more cars and play with a lot more. But the Boss just has that unique trait. And some cars have it and some don't. You can't argue as well because of that personality that the value will hold. Yet I will argue with anyone that it's probably the best valued car for the money that you can buy, performance wise. I don't care what you do with it. I don't care if you road race, I don't care if you drag race. It's a phenomenal value right now. Say you buy one for $28,000 and you put 20 into it, whether you're going drag racing or road racing, don't care. Find me a car that's $48,000 that really could hold a candle. There might be a couple, but you got the personality, you've got uniqueness, the rarity, and also, you really could. You could have a 9-second car that you're driving home with the AC on that's unique and different and not trailered there. Or you can be cutting some insane lap times at a road course. And I know people hate on the live axle, but you can really dial it in very good. But it also gives it personality. You put a Watts link and a wider rear sway on it, it really feels it's fun to drive. You drive with the rear, and you just don't get that sense of some of these other cars. And that personality plays into the rarity of it. Ford did a great job. They didn't overproduce this thing. They only made it for a couple of years, and they haven't made it for a long time. And the 0304 Mach 1 could kind of play into that, but it just didn't have the performance to back it up that the Boss 302 does. The S197 chassis compared to that new Edge, still had the live axle like we've discussed, but man, it can be a very, very good car for not that much effort. This engine, it's probably my favorite part about it is the Road Runner engine. They love boost, and there's guys that are capable of running low 10s, high 9s, and then they're autocrossing with just a different set of tires. That's pretty phenomenal. And I think that you could make the argument that you could get something that's in that 70K-ish range, and you could really lay down some crazy good drag times, good road course times, the GTRs, those types of things. But I just don't feel like they have the kind of personality that the Boss 302 has. You know, I do a lot of faster rallies, different events, and I can be sitting next to a couple $100,000 car and people still think the Boss 302s are cool and they're unique. And Ford did a good job on the color palettes, not overproducing the runs of them. So it's a great car. It really is. And especially, I mean, if you open up the checkbook a little bit and make some big adjustments to it, you know, for 48K all in, you could have a monster. And it really pisses off a lot of Porsche vet guys and, you know, the Hellcat owners at the drag strip. It's really my favorite Mustang ever made.